Hi guys, so let's discuss HTML elements. In the first lesson, we have studied about tags and things like start tag, opening a tag, and end a tag. That's the closing a tag. So I said an HTML element is usually composed of a start tag, element content, and an end tag. So this is an example of an element. This is an example. So you can try it yourself. So this is an element, the p tag. Everything inside is an element. So these are the content inside that element. As it says, this is an element content. So let's check the output. So the example HTML element above is composed of the following: start tag, that's the p tag, elements content, as the content is this is an element content, end tag, which is that tag which has that angle bracket and the slash p and the other angle bracket. So this is another example of an element. It's telling us learning HTML elements, but this one just has h1, so that's what it has. So they said the example HTML element above is composed of the following: start tag, h1, element content, learning HTML elements, so and the end tag. So let's look at nested HTML elements. There are some cases that an HTML element can contain one or more HTML elements. Okay, for you to better understand it, look at the example code below. So we can see that inside this code, you can see that the p tag has an I tag inside of it. So we can see that because this is the beginning of an element always ends this way. So we can see that there's another I element inside. So whenever you see this is that's the beginning. Whenever you see this, that's the end. So there's another I tag inside. So the content was called italicized text. So they said the example nested HTML element above are composed of the following: start tag, which is the p, another start tag, which is the I, elements contain italicized text, end tag I, end tag p. Let's check the output. So it's italicized. So that's for that. So the second tag I italicizes the text within. So that's why we see that it eventually was italicized. So finally, let's look at empty elements as under HTML elements. Empty elements are elements that do not have an element content and an end tag. So these are empty elements. A list of commonly used empty elements. We have the meta element, the link element, img element, that's the image, the br element, that's the brick, hr, that's the horizontal row. So you get to know all these elements as we go on. As you go on in HTML, the input element, that's always used in forms. The best practice in HTML empty elements is to always put a forward slash sign before the greater than sign. In this way, they are closed at their start tags. So thank you guys. That's it for HTML elements.